everybody. Good to see you. My name is Adam Rafey and I'm 8 years old, currently in year 4. Actually, wait a minute. I just turned 9, but I wrote this when I was 8, so moving on. So as soon as I said 8, I bet your mind started making assumptions about who I am and what I like to do. Let me guess. Running around like crazy, goofing around with friends, making a mess, not liking homework, and just wanting to play video games all day. I guess my t-shirt says it all. Well, no, not true. At least not for all of them. I do, however, hate homework. Oops, I hope my teacher's not in the room. Let me tell you a little story. I started reading when I was 1 year old, and there I am. By age 2, quatrefoil was my favorite shape. Yes, it's a shape. And I memorized a whole bunch of crazy stuff that landed me on TV and in newspapers. At 4 years old, I started studying robotics, then shortly after discovered music and started playing the piano and violin. No earplugs required. I'm actually quite good. Most recently, I was the only one to win 3 golds and a bronze in the 2018 Olympiad. And now I attend a few courses in secondary school. I should be easy to spot, but just in case. I've actually worked on so many amazing projects in the last while that you can even Google me now. How cool is that? So why do I mention all of this? Not to show off, but to make a point, which is that I can do a lot. And that's why I'm here today, to ask you to never underestimate an 8-year-old. So I have a few thoughts I'd like to share with you. Let's start with school. I feel like schools tend to limit our creativity. Take art, for example. Why do we have to color inside the lines? Who came up with that rule? What about all the famous abstract artists like Kandinsky and Pollock? They don't color inside the lines, and I think they've done pretty well for themselves. So why should we? Why can't we just express ourselves? Also, why do we have to color all the trees green anyway? If kids want to color them pink, go ahead. It's called a sakura tree. Next up is spelling. Although some degree of spelling is important, remember we do have spell check now, so it's not the end of the world. Same goes for memorizing facts. We have Google now. Cursive writing. Really, truly, why? If I'm more comfortable writing letters separately, what does it matter? Shouldn't I be learning to type faster anyway because of all the technology? Plus we save the environment. Although, do I even need to type anyway? Siri, Alexa, can you help me out a little bit here?
I really don't think you need to type at all, Adam. That's so old school.
Thank you. I also feel like sometimes school holds us back. Let me tell you another little story. Last year, I was invited to the American University in Sharjah, where I was lucky enough to meet a physics professor who helped me expand on a current theory that has been baffling me. How can light travel at its own speed? As in, light has mass, right? If so, then how can it travel at that speed? Because mass weighs it down. Okay, here are 4 words to describe what we did. We taught. A lot. 45 minutes to be exact. We talked about Einstein's theory of relativity, E equals mc squared, string theory, wave theory, and much more. I was honestly very happy. It was great to share my thoughts and questions on these topics that I had read about on my own, and have someone listen and explain the answers to me. You see, I'm in year 4, so in order for me to be taught advanced physics and chemistry, I would have to wait for another 6 years or so. So I guess now my problem with the current education system becomes quite clear. Why put a minimum age on learning? I want to learn about polymers and monomers and debate why Planck's length should be considered the smallest measurement known to man when I believe it can be made even smaller. Why make me wait? Surely there must be some AI program out there that allows me to learn the subjects I'm interested in at my own pace. I really wish education was more personalized. From what I hear, my mom was taught the same subject in pretty much the same way. The thing is, we don't know what the future will look like. I went to TEDx 2018 in Dubai, and to see what AI was doing was mind-blowing. I saw a self-driven mobile grocery store that comes to your home through an app, flying drone-like cars, a plastic-eating water bottle called Bluefin, and I even got to set up my own webpage in real time in minutes without doing any coding, just by drawing a set of shapes on a whiteboard. So, what should we be learning in school? Right now, schools are excited to teach us how to code, but it seems to me as though coding will soon be replaced by AI, who will do all the work for us. So I guess what we really need to do is just think of the ideas and the bots will do the rest. What I believe schools really need to focus on is to teach us how to think for ourselves and how to dream super big and think differently. It might as well have been a kid like me who dreamed up flying cars, and now it's a reality. So, no idea is ridiculous at the moment and should not be dismissed. Don't underestimate an 8-year-old. So instead of teaching us what is known, teach us how to make the unknown possible. Times are changing. Drum roll. YouTubing is now a profession. Dan TDM made $18.5 million in 2018. And you can actually get a gaming scholarship in some universities and can also win hundreds of thousands of dollars in gaming leagues. Rather than trying to limit our screen time, can you please teach me how to create a successful YouTube channel and market it only safely? That's my next project. Any mentors out there? Speaking of gaming, it's not a complete waste of time as some adults might think. Love you, Mom. For example, take my favorite game, Minecraft, or what I prefer to call Minecraft. If you haven't already tried it, it's amazing. I've learned a ton from it. I've learned to apply some of the physics concepts that I'd read about, for example, levers and pressure plates. I've learned about architecture and redstone science. I've learned 3D depth perception and the sense of direction, how to type faster, acronyms like AFK, that's away from the keyboard by the way, and lots of other stuff that you wouldn't expect. I built some pretty unique structures like a working mailing and conveyor belt system, in addition to things like roller coasters and probability houses. So it's really not just a game, and so not a waste of time. Same can be said about me spending time on my iPad. Yes, it is screen time, but if I wasn't on it, I would not know about the Fibonacci sequence or the first 30 digits of pi, which goes something like 3.1415926535897932384626433827950. Another thing that schools don't teach us, by the way, is how to make friends, which is a crucial thing because most people just sit next to each other on their devices. Teach us that online likes are not a substitute for having actual physical friends. Speaking of devices, schools also need to accept reality. Technology, smartphones, and social media are here to stay. Banning them is not really the answer. That's just avoiding the situation. Instead, teach us how to deal with this new environment, our world. Teach us how to identify fake news and not to believe everything we see on social media. Teach us how to behave properly online Teach us how to behave properly online and only say things that we're comfortable saying in real life. Show us how to take great photos and how to market ourselves. But also make sure we know that whatever we post on social media follows us around for the rest of our lives. There should just be a class on social media alone. Let me share a couple of thoughts now about employment. So last year I tried to apply for a job with a company called Hypixel. Hypixel is a company that creates worlds and hosts them on a server for Minecraft. I love creating my own unique worlds on Minecraft, and I'm very fast too. So I applied for the role of helper, only to find out that the minimum age for applying was 16 years old. That's double my age. Surely, in today's world, applications should be considered based on ability and not age. So I guess what we really... Oh, wow. Wrong part. Hi Pixel, this is only a suggestion, but please can you reconsider? Last but not least, a quick message for parents. Don't water down information. Explain things in full detail. We might just surprise you with how much we understand and can remember. I'm lucky because my parents explain everything to me in detail, even if they have to Google the answer first. So my time is up, and I want to leave you one final message. If you haven't already guessed it by now, always give kids a chance, regardless of age, based on ability. Oh, and if you want to reach me, you can do so on my new Instagram account, adam.ear8, which is controlled by my mom as I'm not 13 yet. Case in point, thank you for listening. Bye!